have to say, I love what is happening with Michelle Lee. Something that was meant to make her hurt and feel bad has actually been used to amplify her message. And it's pretty cool.
I'm proud to know her and to see that she's been able to raise all this money for charity and spread the message is incredibly cool.
We all know that on social media, your buttons could get pushed very easily at you, easy to respond in the wrong way. And she was able to take it and turn it into a positive, create some conversations and some dialogues with people across the country and across the world for that matter, and created the hashtag Very Asian so that people become more aware of the things that our people are dealing with out here.
It's like, you know how they say turn lemons into lemonade, because that was supposed to make her, feel a type of way for who she is. And now whoever this woman was who took time out of her day to do this, you have to walk around and see everybody wearing their Very Asian shirts, hats. Now look at it. That's a prime example of, minding your business and being positive. I love everything that's coming out of it.
You know what made me feel some type of way, but in a good way? It was Encanto, because I remember being in the theater and saying, oh my God, look at all, especially the little boy, because I was like, oh my God, his hair is like mine. And so many kids felt the same way. There was this photo that went viral. Have you all seen the movie?
I love the movie. I just love that everybody's feeling included, or more included now than in the past.
Yeah, I personally haven't seen it. I know I'm probably going to see it several times with the number of kids that I have at my house.
I love that we have the ability to record these things now, like these moments that, have been happening for eons and eons. But the fact that somebody was there with a phone and got that very cute moment, and now everybody can see it and feel what he's feeling.
Yeah. Speaking of representation, something I hadn't even thought about until this drawing came out. It was an image of a Black fetus. And it really was highlighting the lack of diversity in that space. I mean, apparently there are only 2,000 medical illustrators, and most of them, are not people of color. And it was just a stunning photo to see. I'd never seen anything like it.
I'm going to tell you what's the most stunning thing about this when you actually think about it. Is that we are all stunned to see a picture of a Black fetus inside of this illustration, because it should just be normal.
I guess I never noticed that there weren't any Black illustrations. And I even looked up the artist who did this, and he's showing dermatitis on different skin types and just eczema on different skin types, things you didn't even realize. Hopefully things like this will continue.
One thing I have to call out, though, in the article, that this person chose to include this in parentheses, and I wanted to get your reaction. They said most fetuses are red in color. Newborns come out dark pink or red and only gradually develop the skin tone they'll have for life. And so the medical illustration is intended to represent patients who aren't used to seeing their skin tone. So that's there. But I was here we are celebrating this photo. And in the midst of it, they're talking about babies coming out dark red and pink. And I'm sorry, both of my kids came out light brown. Now, they weren't their full color, but they're light brown. And so it just kind of highlighted, gosh, we have to stop putting everyone in a box as if we're all the same. We're not. And that's okay. And it's great.
Sometimes it's ignorance that we're dealing with out here, people that don't know any better. And so if you grew up your entire life inundated by these things and we only see certain type of people in certain situations, we think that other people don't go through those situations. Like maybe they didn't think Black people had babies in the traditional way in the womb. Maybe they just popped out somewhere. So now we know we're all the same.
Okay, while you're smiling, Terry, you have to tell us about this topic you wanted to bring up, because it has to do with going to the moon, kind of.
Kanye West. We're talking about Kanye West and his moon boots. Kanye West was wearing these giant, ugly boots. So I'm wondering why he's wearing them everywhere.
He's trying to sell them. That's why he's wearing them.
And apparently it's working. They've sold out. I mean, and apparently are really expensive. Shantae, would you rock them?
I would not rock them, but I guess, if someone gave them to me for free, maybe I would wear them because they're trendy right now, but I wouldn't buy them.
I heard a new song from Kanye where he actually talks about the boots, saying that I wear my boots everywhere, even in the shower. So that's it. He's selling something. So
yep.
Wear your boots in the shower, I guess.
And a lot of people are buying it, apparently. So Okay, I am so excited to talk about this. This is about cows in Russia enjoying the high-tech life. So basically, in the wintertime, they bring the cows in and they have given them virtual reality goggles to remind them of summer, take them to a warmer place. And apparently, they're producing more milk, 22 liters before the goggles, 27 liters a day after the goggles. How do we feel about this? VR cows for milk.
Why? Why? I just don't understand why. I mean, it's great that they're producing just a little more milk.
But how do they know what they're actually seeing? That like it's not like off to the side, or like the cows can't say, "Oh, it feels like summer." Like, it's so dumb.
So back in Japan, the traditional way to raise Kobe beef is they would feed them beer and brush them so that they were relaxed. And that's why Kobe beef is so expensive and the meat is so lean and just so tender, because they get the cows drunk. So I think that's part of the thing here. We want the cows to be relaxed. Let's put them in a VR reality.
Are you trying to give us fake news?
No, that's the honest to God truth. Google that. Kobe beef. In Kobe, they feed the cows
I did not
beer.
know that.
Well, here's the deal. I have two things to say. On a serious note, VR has been used for a lot of cancer patients, going through treatment. It's a good thing. Whether it's used for cows, I'm just left wondering, could we use these for a Seattle winter?
Oh,
I'm on board.
So much fun. And I promise I was just teasing Terry. He was right on the money about the Kobe beef. In fact, not only do they get to drink beer, but the cows also get massages. So not a bad life. I mean, except for that end of life thing. Yeah, there's that.